Hi, this is Casey Demchak. And you know what? When people are reading marketing copy for your book, the one question they have in their mind right off the bat is, what's in it for me? Why should I read this book? They're not thinking so much, what is this book about? Yeah, sure, they want to know that. But what they really want to know is, what's in for me? Why should I read this book? That's what I'm going to be talking about today in this week's video book marketing copy training session. I'm going to talk to you about writing benefit statements for your book. When you to let people know what's in it for them when they're reading your book, you want to be able to communicate the benefits of your book in a very clear and concise and enticing kind of way so that people will be more motivated to buy your book. Now, whether you're writing back cover copy, Amazon description, e-blast copy, sales sheet, postcard, whatever, um, there's a point with your marketing copy where you just want to have a nice set of bullet points in most cases to communicate the core benefits of your book. So I'm going to show you how to do that today, give you some great tips that are really going to help you out. And to do that, I am going to share my screen here and go to my example board, and we're going to get into it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to write some better bullet points, and I'm going to give you an example for a nonfiction book and also a novel. A lot of times with novels, authors I've worked with, they think, God, this whole bullet point, benefit-driven bullet point thing doesn't really apply to a novel, but you're going to find out it does. What you're also going to find out is what I tell you a lot if you watch my videos, is that your book marketing copy should read like a conversation between you and your potential readers. I've written the marketing copy for over 3 dozen books that have become Amazon bestsellers. And I've always employed that style. And when I coach authors how to write their own marketing copy, I always teach this. Think of yourself as having a conversation with a potential buyer of your book in a coffee shop. You can have that just down-to-earth tone. You don't need to write marketing copy that is super salesy. And what I'm going to teach you today about writing bullet points, you're going to see that the marketing copy, when you're communicating benefits to your reader, you can do it in a very down-to-earth, conversational kind of way. So I'm going to show you this example here. This is for a nonfiction book, actually a fictitious book. I kind of edited a real book, something I had worked on to make the copy a little bit better. So I changed the title of the book here in this case, but you'll get the point. This, like I said, whether you're writing a website sales page, back cover copy, there's always a point in your marketing copy where you want to quickly communicate some key benefits of your book. You want to do it with a nice set of bullet points. So I've got an example here. I'm going to go through it a little bit for you. We start off our copy here. In the book, Master the Head Game, Eric Dahl shares 12 quick and easy ways to shift instantly to a champion mindset. You'll learn to seize opportunities and take actions that get results today. But now we start getting into what I call the bullet frame. I always like to have a nice lead-in sentence to my bullet points, and then kind of a line after it that kind of takes another benefit and kind of gives it its own little stage. So I tell right here, I tell readers what they're going to get out of reading this. This is the ideal book for poker players and non-players who want to rev up their lives and win. And here's my lead-in sentence to the bullets. You'll discover how to master your mind's hidden ability to, then I get into this nice set of action-oriented bullet points. I want you to notice a few things here. Each of these bullet points are crisp and concise. They fit right on one line. They're not too many words. They're kind of short, simple words, easy to understand. All of my bullets start with action words: switch, respond, flip, okay? And I'm not repeating the action words. I'm not using the same one like built or create twice, 2 or 3 times. You always want to use different action words. It's just a little more professional. And each of these sentences complete the lead-in, and they communicate a benefit. You'll discover how to master your mind's hidden ability to switch into a strong, confident mindset at any moment. Respond quickly and effectively under pressure. Flip a switch and be in total control of your emotions. Dump limiting beliefs and attract abundance and victories. All of those points are communicating to the reader what they're going to get out of reading the book. And then I frame the bullets with another benefit statement. Eric guides you through 12 simple mind fix exercises that will make exciting changes in your life, not in weeks or months, but right now. So what you'll see here, I've communicated the benefits of reading this book in a sharp, concise way. It's not salesy copy. It's very conversational. It communicates benefits. I've got my action-oriented bullet points. They're short, concise, to the point, starting with different action words. It gives the bullets a little more life. And what you'll also notice is that I use what I call you-directed copy. I'm speaking directly to the reader. You'll discover how to master your mind's ability to switch, respond quickly, flip a switch, and be in total control of your emotions. Dump limiting beliefs and attract abundance and victories. Eric guides you through 12 simple mind fix exercises that will make exciting changes in your life. Notice I'm not using phrases like making exciting changes in the reader's life. You see that a lot with marketing copy. Authors write marketing copy and they'll say the reader will discover. You want to direct your copy directly to your reader. So always use what I call, as I'm doing here, you directed copy. So I'm going to get to showing you a novel example in just a second, but I'm going to take a quick break and remind you, I can give you some more free stuff. You can go to my website at caseydemchek.com/secrets and download my free ebook, 7 Must-Know Copywriting Secrets That Sell More Books. There's also a link down in the Amazon description. You can click it and it'll take you right to that page. And also, I want to let you know, this fall, I'm going to be releasing a 5-module program that's going to teach you the really specific step-by-step directions on how to write back cover copy, Amazon description copy, e-blast copy, about the author page copy, and other marketing materials for your book. So keep an eye out for that. So let's get into an example of how to write benefit-driven bullet points for a novel. And sometimes with a novel, communicating your benefits with bullets don't always work, but a lot of times they do. And when you're writing benefit, because you're thinking, okay, but with a novel, I'm telling the reader about the plot. It's kind of hard to communicate that with bullets. But if you listen to my other videos, you'll hear me teach you with novels, you don't always want to focus on the plot. You want to focus on what readers are going to get out of the book, what emotions you're going to stir up for them, what thirst you're going to quench. You want to try to pull them into the novel, because that's why people read novels, is to feel things and feel emotions. If people read romance novels, they read a bunch of them. They're not searching for the perfect romance novel plot. They want the feeling that they get when they're reading romance novel. People who are reading, like in this case, a military thriller, which is a real good book, Caribbean Cabal by my friend Hugh Simpson. People who read these military thrillers, they want to be pulled into the action. They want to feel like they're inside the story. They love that stuff. So I'm going to show you how I did that in this set of bullet points for this book. I pull the reader into the book, communicate what they're going to get out of the book through some action-oriented bullet points. So let's pop through the copy real quick. Former Lieutenant Colonel Hap Kanger Stone owes his life to Will Kellogg, and Will Kellogg owes a dangerous international banker millions of dollars. Hap and Will know where the Nazi gold cache is hidden, and they'll stop at nothing to take control of it first. Russia, China, a Central American president bent on expanding his power, and Hap Stoner's gritty team of warriors collide in a gripping international military thriller that bursts with action, realism, and gut-wrenching intensity, pulls you into the world of dark, secret geopolitical secret ops, makes you an eyewitness to unthinkable lust, greed, and global corruption, continues to tighten the knot until the story explodes with unstoppable force, and it leads to all-out war in the Caribbean. So this is kind of like the middle of the conversation. What I mean by that is this is copy from a sales page. We're about halfway down the sales page. So this first part here is a little bit out of context, but what I really want to show you is how you can use the same sharp, benefit-driven, action-oriented bullet points to communicate the benefits of reading a novel. In this case, we're letting the reader know we're going to pull you into the action. You're going to experience being in this all-out war in the Caribbean. And again, we start with action words to make the bullets come off the page a little bit more. We make them very sharp and concise. We start with these action words: bursts, pulls, makes, continues, to tighten the knot. We use different words here, but again, we keep them sharp and concise. And it makes the copy very readable. We use a very at-a-glance friendly style. And it just makes the copy easy to read. It gives it more life, more punch. And again, what you'll notice is this is not salesy copy. It's communicating to the reader how they're going to benefit from reading the book without getting into some snappy Madison Avenue kind of stuff. Another thing I want to, a little tip on bullets, and this really applies to both fiction and nonfiction, but especially nonfiction book. When you have your bullets, let me go back to that other example. A lot of times with authors, when they set up bullet points, they'll think, well, I've got 4 bullets I want to put. And I'm going to put the most important one first, the next most important one second, and they kind of give them an order of priority. When people skim copy and when they skim bullet points, they tend to look at the first bullet and the last bullet. Sometimes they don't read the middle bullets. So here's a little trick. If you've got 4 benefit-driven bullet points like this, and you have your most important point you want to make, sure, make that your first bullet. But that second most important point you want to make that your last bullet. Because if people skim the copy and they skim bullets, their eyes tend to hit the first bullet and the last bullet, and they may skip what's in between. So always put your most important bullet first. And if you've got a second most important one, put that one last. So that's kind of a little inside tip for you. Now, when you're working on your bullet frame, as I call it, always keep in mind when you write your copy, good writing is rewriting, great writing is rewriting some more. I say this all the time. Allow your first draft. If you take your first crack at using these techniques I've just taught you, allow your first draft to be a little rough, maybe even a little crappy. I've done that many, many times, but you keep writing and revising it until you've nailed it. I've written, like I said, the marketing copy for over 3 dozen Amazon best-selling books. And I look at a lot of that copy now, like might have been copy I wrote a year ago. And I always look at it and think, God, I could have made this better or that better. So there's some point where you have to call it done and you have to put it forward, market your book. One great thing is with most of the copy we create these days being in an electronic format, like your website sales page, Amazon description. If you look at the copy 4 months after you've written it, you can still revise it and change it because, most of our marketing materials now are digital. So as I always say, you can do this. If you've written a book and you've got the writing skills to write a book, you can definitely write marketing copy. You just need to know all these subtle techniques and nuances and inside secrets. And I hope you got some of those today. So always remember, when you're writing marketing copy for your book, focus on what people are going to get out of your book. Always have a nice section where you communicate the benefits of your book. I always recommend using some nice benefit-driven bullet points. Employ the techniques and insights I gave you today, and you'll have a lot more luck with that. So I hope you've gotten a lot out of this video. I got a few more lined up for you here on YouTube for you to watch. So I recommend that you watch them, pull out all the tips that I give you in those videos, and then take a lot of action and make things happen.